Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing, man? Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Man, Antonelli here. So, unless you've been living under a rock the last few days, you've heard about Joe Kelly almost taking Alex Bregman's head off, his pout face to Correa and the entire Astros team, and then the suspensions that came from it. So, let's go over all of that real quick. So, first thing, Jeff Passan said Los Angeles Dodger reliever Joe Kelly has been suspended 8 games. In announcing it, MLB referred to Kelly's past history with intentional throwing the fastball that buzzed Alex Bregman and his taunting of Carlos Correa. And then Ken Rosenthal came out with a tweet. Said the 8-game suspension for Joe Kelly in a 60-game season is the equivalent of a 22-game suspension in a 162-game season. Seems harsh. I agree. Seems harsh to me as well. Dave Roberts was also suspended 1 game also. Now, I've been getting a lot of messages on YouTube asking me to go through my thoughts on this. Was it intentional or not? When I first heard about this, I didn't see the game live. I had just, people were just saying, oh man, did you see this? And I saw highlights, and I just assumed that Kelly tried to take Bregman's head off and basically tried to almost kill him. And so I went back and I watched the entire inning a couple minutes ago. So now I've seen the whole inning. I've seen every pitch thrown in that inning. And let's go over it. Okay, so it starts off. Kelly comes into the game. It's the bottom of the 6th. The Dodgers have a 5-2 lead. The announcers make note that in his prior outing, he only threw 1 fastball. Was mostly all curveballs, and that he hasn't had a great feel to date with his fastball. And he's known over the years to be a little bit erratic also. So it's not just like it's a new thing right now. So Jose Altuve steps up, first hitter of the inning, and Kelly throws him a first pitch fastball for a strike that is popped out on, okay? And this might have been the only pitch of the at-bat that it looked like Kelly had an idea of where it was going. So now we have Bregman stepping into the plate. First pitch, 98-mile-an-hour fastball for a ball. Then he goes an 88-mile-an-hour curveball way outside that bounces to the plate. Then he goes breaking ball again, that's up, and another ball. All right, so now it's 3-0. The catcher sets up away, and this thing misses its spot by about 3 feet. 96 miles an hour, right behind, I shouldn't laugh, right behind right behind Bregman's head. Now again, when I saw just the highlights of this pitch, I was like, all right, there's no question he just tried to kill him. Like, who misses their spot by this much at 96 miles an hour? It's up and in. It's at his head. It looks like a pitch that where someone says, I'm going to drill this guy right in the butt, or maybe even in the ribs if I want to get a little aggressive, and it gets away from me and it almost kills the guy. Almost buzzes right past his head. But when I watch the entire inning now, I'm not so sure that he tried to hit him. Now let's go over it. He throws 6 more fastballs. I think I counted 6 more fastballs in the outing. And he cannot find the strike zone with it. Okay? He has no idea where not just the fastball's going, anything's going. But he really doesn't know where the fastball's going. He can't find the zone. Every pitch is missing by a lot. They're not just balls, but they're way out of the zone. And so, I'm thinking he gets to 3-0, right? And he says, well, I'm up by 3. I'm probably going to walk Bregman anyway. I have no feel for my fastball. I haven't had a feel for it all year. Let me just let a fastball rip and see what happens. If it gets away from me, who cares? If I hit him, who cares? Now's the time to let the fastball rip. So he lets it rip, and he almost kills a guy. Then he yawns, right? So he does this yawn thing, and a lot of people are saying, man, this guy's a psychopath. Like, look at him. He almost killed someone, and now he's yawning in the middle of a Major League Baseball game. I know there's no one in the stands, and it's not, there's not a lot of excitement going on there. But still, this guy's crazy. That's what everyone's saying. So maybe he is crazy. He could be. I don't know. Maybe it's also just a little bit of like his nervous little twitch that he's basically not feeling great. I know that sounds weird, but I used to do something like this. I used to chew fake bubble gum when I wasn't feeling great. So My wife used to always, Laura used to always yell at me for this. You know, she'd be watching the game either in person or watching it on TV, and she'd always a lot of times she'd text me during the game, and I'd find it when I got into the clubhouse, or she'd tell me afterwards. She'd say, "You're chewing fake bubble gum again. You don't even chew bubble gum in a game. Like, what are you doing?" And it's true. I've never chewed bubble gum in a game, but when I wasn't doing well, it was like my nervous little twitch. You would see me if you ever, well, you're not going to see very many games on TV. There's not many that you can go back and find, but you know, I would see it too if I watched the game afterwards. I'd step out after taking a pitch or something, and I'd start chewing. Looks like I'm chewing like a big thing of bubble gum, but there's no bubble gum in my mouth. So I don't know. Maybe that's his thing. So now Bregman's on first, and now. This is a little bit odd, too. He picks over 3 times in a row against the guy that only stole 5 bases last year. He's got like 34 stolen bases in his career, something like that. So not a big base stealer. He had 2 seasons where he stole, you know, a couple of bags. But I don't know. Some people are saying he's trying to kill him over there, too. Like, I think maybe he's just trying to get a feel for his fastball again. He lets him rip. I mean, he throws him like 115 miles an hour over to first base. So maybe he's just like, you know what, I'm just going to let a couple rip over here and see if I can get a feel for it, since I can't get any more warm-up pitches. And, hey, if I hit him, who cares? But then all right, so now Brantley gets up. He throws first pitch curveball for a strike. Then he throws curveball for a ball. Then he throws curveball that's put in place. So clearly now he's like, okay, I have no feel for my fastball. I just almost killed the guy. I'm going to go back to my curveball. So there's 3 in a row. Then Gurriel comes up to the plate. First pitch, way up for a ball. He takes a little walk behind the mound. I'm thinking his brain's, you know, he's saying, what the hell am I doing out here? He puts a little rosin on his arm, takes a look at his hands. So, you know, not feeling comfortable. He shouldn't. The balls are going all over the place. Then he tries to go fastball again. This one's even higher than the one before. So no fastballs are anywhere close to the zone. This one didn't kill somebody, but it was way, way up. Right? He's missing his spot by feet, not inches, but by feet. Then the curveball misses up and in. All right. At this point, again, no clue where anything is going. Gurriel's probably nervous as all hell now. Now it's 3-0, same situation that Bregman's in. Gurriel's praying, please don't try your fastball out again. I don't want to get hit in the head. He does go fastball and he misses high again. I don't know if you guys can hear. My daughter just woke up and she's singing like some song out there or something. Now Correa's up at the plate, okay? First pitch, curveball, right at Correa. Goes right past his head. Now listen, nobody throws a curveball at somebody. If you're going to hit somebody, you're going to throw a fastball. So again, no feel. No feel for fastball, no feel for curveball. Correa gives Kelly a long stare. I don't think he's giving him a stare like, why are you trying to hit me? Maybe he's giving him a stare like, dude, you're freaking the worst. Like, you can't throw a strike. Get your shit together. I do know, listen, I've played enough baseball, especially at high levels. When guys can't throw strikes, even if they're not even if there's no history and, you know, they're not trying to hit anybody, guys will scream out at guys like, basically get your SHIT together. Like, you're going to kill somebody. Figure it out. Like, I've heard people scream at opposing pitchers, even when they're not trying to. So everyone at this point is probably thinking, like, whether you're trying to kill us or not, you're going to kill somebody. So figure it out. Now, we don't know if anything was exchanged here or said. It doesn't look like it, but the camera isn't on him the whole time. It's just a long stare from Correa out to Kelly. Then Kelly goes curveball again. He misses up and in. Then another curveball for a ball. But Correa swings at this one because he's scared out of his mind at this point too. Then he goes another curveball for a strike that's fouled off. Then another curveball's fouled off. Then finally a curveball, again for a ball, not really close. Correa swings at it. It almost looks like Correa just wants to get the hell out of there. He swings and misses. Now this is where more fun starts, right? So the announcers say that on the TV broadcast, they say that they hear something screamed out from the Astros bench. And, you know, if you guys haven't seen John Boy's video, he had something on there. Someone shot me over his video that, you know, he thinks Dusty Baker might have screamed something at Kelly earlier in the inning. But regardless, now we get Kelly. He gives his pout face to Correa, the whole Astros team, everybody. Somebody clearly yells out something. He gives the boo-hoo face. And the bench is clear. And the rest is history, right? So they come out, they yell at each other. Again, if you haven't seen John Boy's video, you can go over and watch that. Like, does like the lip reading stuff and all that. I don't know what anyone's saying. I can't read any lips or anything like that, but he does a really good job with that. But regardless, guys, just kind of yell back and forth at each other, okay? So out of the 18 pitches that he threw, that Kelly threw, there's 7 fastballs, I think, is what I counted. So no feel for the fastball, okay? No feel for the curveball. Going a lot more curveballs, trying to figure out a feel for a fastball. In the end, I still don't think that, I went into this thinking that was no doubt intentional. After leaving, I don't feel like he said, I'm going to hit him here. I feel like he might have said, if I hit him, so be it. But I don't think he said, listen, the way he was pitching, if he said, I'm going to hit him here, he might have thrown the ball 3 feet outside. I don't think he had any clue where any pitch was going. So that's what we got. That's my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I think a 6-game or an 8-game suspension in a short season, again, which they said is basically like the equivalent of a 22-game suspension, I think that is pretty harsh. Listen, Major League Baseball, they want to make sure they put an end to this like as quickly as possible. And they've had their eyes out for potential things going on with pitchers throwing at the Astros. So you get the first sign of it. And, they're going to try to set an example because they don't want anything else to happen during the year. I still think it was pretty harsh. I'm still not convinced he hit him on purpose. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Give it a thumbs up. Share with all your friends. All that good stuff. Thanks to our patrons on Patreon for supporting the channel. And we will talk to you later.